What is up? It is Big Chart Trades back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a complete trade recap from my trade today. It was the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle per usual, and I caught 100 points with MNQ. So I'm going to just go over this trade and show you guys why I took it. I know there's a lot of conflict from this trade just because the SMT wasn't super clear, but I'm going to give you guys my reasoning behind that. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why I took this trade. So as you can see right here with the replay feature, you can see that I entered on this 10-15 candle. So I'm going to cut that and we're going to go from there. Also, I found out how to use the replay feature for both ES and NQ. So you guys will be able to see all the SMT and everything. So first of all, as you can see, right when the 10 a.m. candle opened up, okay, this 10 a.m. candle made this fair value gap right here, this bearish fair value gap. And so my thesis, right, since we dumped right at open, right, in no way, shape, or form did I think we were going to reverse. So I wanted the 10 a.m. to open up, manipulate into this gap, and then trade to the downside, right? I wanted a continuation to the downside here, and I wanted to get an entry at this manipulation up here. So as you can see, if you know how I trade, you know that that a 15-minute PD rate is aligned with a 1-minute execution. So obviously this is a 15-minute PD rate. So I'm going to drop down to the 1 minute and get an execution here. So let's drop down to the 1 minute. And there are a few things here. Okay. There is no SMT right here. Okay. There's none. So let me just show you something. Okay. Okay. I'm waiting for this change in state down here. Why am I waiting for that? Well, like I said, okay, I'm looking for a continuation trade to the downside, but I want an entry at a manipulation. Okay, there was no top wick put in. Okay, it's 10 a.m. open and immediately started trading to the downside. I knew we had to put in a top wick, but I'm still bearish. Why am I still bearish? Because we dumped right at open. So I was just going off the bearish order flow with my confluence. Okay, so look, we swept this buy side liquidity right here. You'll see, I think with the next candle. Yes. Okay. So we swept buy side liquidity. We also swept it on ES. Okay. So there was no SMT. All right. So what do we do? What are the three confluences we look for whenever we get an entry? Okay. We look for a liquidity sweep. Okay. We look for an SMT with ES. And then we look for a change in state of delivery. Okay. So as you can see, we got that liquidity sweep. There's no SMT yet. Okay. And I'm waiting for the change in state. And obviously my target would be the bottom part of this wick. Okay. So this would be my final TP. Okay. My TP1 was right here, right before this. Let me just write this out here. Right before this, TP1. Right before this, 1 minute fair value gap here. That was my TP1. So as you can see, we get the change in state right here. Okay, it was not a great change in state, but it was still a change in state. I actually didn't enter here. I entered at this candle, and I'll show you on my executions. My entry was around 45. I think it was 45. So this is my entry. Stop went at the highs, and final TP was at this low. Okay, so there are a few questions I need to answer here. First of all, why didn't you enter on the change in state? Well, it was a terrible change in state. We closed under it, but this big bottom wick indicates that we're going to trade a little bit into this gap, into this 1 minute fair value gap. So I wanted an entry right after I saw some reaction out of this 1 minute gap. So saw the reaction, and obviously that is where I went into the trade. That was my entry. Okay, at 5:45. But there's no SMT. There's no SMT. Okay, there wasn't SMT. So why did I take this trade? Well, I took this trade because we immediately dumped that open, and we're creating these gaps like on the way down, right? We have this 15-minute gap that was put in right when the 10 a.m. candle opened. So my anticipation was that price was going to come and trade into this gap and then distribute to the downside regardless. Okay, so I didn't mind, taking this trade with light risk because it was light risk and that was my thesis. Okay. I went into this trade with 4 micros. on a funded 250K account. 4 micros. So that's like no risk at all, right? This is 161 ticks towards stop. So 4 micros is $2 per tick. Right? So $2 per tick. I have 161. Right? I'm risking like $320, $322. It's nothing. So I was fine. I was fine with taking that trade. Okay, so well, that's where I went long. Okay, we also put in, right? If I was willing to put on more risk for this trade, I would have added. Why would I have added? Because we put in SMT right here. You see that? That's our SMT right there. So even though I didn't enter with SMT, it got formed, which added to my conviction in this trade. Again, stop went at this high, right? Protected high, and then take profit was at this low. My take profit eventually gets hit right there. Then if you see on my executions here, wait, let me X all this out, and I want to show you my executions so that I could tell you, I could show you why I exited the trade, where I exited the trade. Okay. From right here. Okay, this is the same thing. Okay, this is that 15-minute gap that I marked out. All right, it's the 15-minute gap, and then this is the change in state right here, right? And then this is the buy side sweep. Okay, it's all the same. And then my entry, like I said, was 545. So it was right 545. Where's 545? So it was right here. Stop went at this high. Okay, TP was at this low. All right. So I'm going to show you. You see, I bought here. This was my TP1, like I said, right? That was my TP1. And then my final TP was all the way down here. Okay. So why did I sell here? Right? Why did I sell at 457? And then obviously this sell right here was me getting stopped in profit. I moved my stop from this protected high to this right here. Okay, so this was stop in profit. Let me write this all out. This was TP1, right? This was the change in state. Okay, this was the buy side liquidity. And then this was the SMT. I think it was here. Yeah, that was the SMT. Let me just verify that. Where? Nope, 9. Sorry guys, trying to make this. Yeah, this was the SMT right here. As you can see, ES made a higher high, NQ made a lower high, right? You see, NQ, lower high, ES, higher high. Okay, so that's the trade, right? TP1, stop and profit. Okay, why did I take my profit here? Why did I sell one here? So I took 2 off here. I entered this trade with 4 micros, right? I took 2 off here, and I took 1 off here, and then I got stopped in profit here, right? Why did I take 1 off here? So this ended up being a 100-point trade. That was the trade. Right, 2.5R. Why did I take 1 off here? Well, if you see, okay, let's just put this right here. What do we see? Where the hell am I? Yeah, it's this line, right, that I just drew out. Well, this is the hourly CE, right? Where's the CE? The CE is right here. %. Okay, that's the hourly CE. So this is the hourly CE, right? I knew we were gonna, I thought that we were gonna have a reaction off of that CE to the upside, right? Because if you don't know, CE is basically like a PD rate. You can use it as one. I don't do that, but I know a lot of traders who do. So on the hourly time frame, we traded right into this hourly CE. So I wanted to trim one because I anticipated a reaction to the upside off of that. Obviously, what happened? I trimmed one, held one, got stopped in profit on that one, and then obviously trading to the upside now. But yeah, so that was my trade recap. This trade was 100 points. Nice little trade, and I know there's a lot of confusion when it came to this trade, so I just wanted to clear everything up. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Subscribe down below, like this video, comment, do whatever you have to do. Follow me on my socials. But yeah, the recap is posted here on TikTok and on Twitter, so you can go look at whichever one resonates with you best, I guess. Peace out.